Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another adventure. We have made it to the great state of West Virginia. Wild and wonderful. And that's just like us, I like to think, wild and wonderful. West Virginia will be state number 15, right?
Yeah.
State number 15. We're getting so close. And like River says later in this video, it's like we've had a lot of hurdles and a long race. And this is like our last hurdle, our last problem child. Because after we hop this hurdle, our last two states is just running to the finish line. We know some guys who noodle up there. I have a lot of confidence. So this is gonna be tough. But we're trying to catch a catfish by hand in every legal state. You gotta reach in them holes, grab those catfish, drag them out, and we are only 3 states away. Number 15 will be West Virginia. And then we just have Wisconsin and Illinois left. So come on, let's see if we can complete our mission. It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna try it. But guys, look at this. Logan, and it even says Shawnee right here. It's like we stopped at a McDonald's right here. We're sitting here at the Logan McDonald's having us some lunch. We passed one river. We thought about noodling earlier, but we didn't, and we still was on our way somewhere else. But we just seen this little river out here out back called the Wyandotte River. We're just gonna leave our truck parked where it's at and hop over the parking lot and jump in the water and start feeling, because it looks really good. And then we looked on our maps and you can see some rocks down there. So what do you think? Worth a shot?
Yeah.
You don't know till you go.
Yep, gotta be in the water to at least try.
You've gotta be in the water to at least catch a fish. We need to get in the water.
Yeah, and this is one of the hardest states that we have too. Feels like we jumped over all the hurdles except one. And if we can hop over this hurdle, we just gotta run the rest of the race. And
we had a bit of a drive this morning. And on Friday the 28th, y'all went to the Dude Perfect game and Dad took out a guide, and then I went to the Noodlers game and did noodling demonstrations. Then on Saturday the 29th, I did noodling demonstrations. July 29th, did noodling demonstrations. Y'all came with me. We stole the show. Joe went out to eat with us. Then on Sunday, July 30th, we had a noodling guide, a successful noodling guide with some folks from Texas. And then we got home early, we took a little nap, got all our stuff around, and we left about, what, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on July 30th. So this last wave of adventures, we took off needing 8 states, I think, to do. We had 8 states left. We'd done 9 out of 17.
Got it? Oh, wow. Geez.
What a fish. That's a 50.
Wow. Oh, he got him.
I got him.
Oh.
Stand up with him.
Oh.
Holy crap.
There she is.
Oh, you got it. You got her? Oh.
From May 13th until July 28th, 30th, whatever. So then we leave out on July 30th. We drive all through the night, get there about 2 a.m. We stop in Jackson, Tennessee for the night. Then we go out the next morning with who?
Jonathan Sane.
Jonathan Sane and his sister, what was her name?
Lydia.
Lydia. Wow, y'all are good. And we caught a flathead, 52 pounds, and a blue cat, 42 pounds, and a channel cat that was like 15 pounds. Pretty big channel cat, but great time. Okay, so then we leave Tennessee. We had to shoot our outro, or we had to shoot our intro for coming into Tennessee that night, so we went south a little bit. We did our intro to Tennessee. We left the central time zone, went into the eastern time zone. So we did our intro and outro for Tennessee, whatever. We got into Georgia for a little bit. We ended up driving into South Carolina. We stayed in Greenville, South Carolina for the night. We woke up on August the 1st, Monday, August the 1st, and we went out with Brother Lee from Get Bit Noodling Guide Service or whatever in North Carolina. He took us out on a couple different lakes there. We caught fish in both, I believe. We only caught 1 fish in the first lake. Moved to a river, where a river and a lake kind of come together, and we caught like 4 or 5 more. Had a great day. We got done pretty early that day even. And remember, we had some boat trouble, and Dad had to save the day by poking out the dirt dabbler nest out of their water pump thing. We spent the night in the suburbs of Cincinnati, Ohio, in the metro area. at Wilder, Kentucky. Wilder, Kentucky. And we were about to go on ourselves. We're gonna try this road bed on Lake Barkley, but some guys told us they could take us and get us on some fish, probably almost for sure. Darren Jones and John Brown. Coon hunter. Darren's a coon hunter. We almost went out with them, but coon hunting too, but we didn't get a chance to. So we go all day, never touched a fish. They showed us some cool places, some pretty places. It wasn't their fault, it just late in the year. We did a rope swing off a big train trestle bridge. River jumped off. It was really fun, but we were a little bit sad and disappointed we didn't catch any. So the whole next day we spent noodling by ourselves in Kentucky. And we go to, some guy gave me a tip, says it's a 100% spot on this one river, the Green River or something. Go down there and not touch a fish. And we go to another spot that we looked up ourselves, don't touch a fish. So I decided I'm going all the way back across the state. So we were really grasping at straws, but we drive like 3 hours. You know, we went back from the eastern time zone back to the central time zone. We're Kentucky Lake, way on the west side of the state, far north end by the dam, where the water's a little cooler. Check a bunch of holes, had a close encounter with the water moccasin, nothing. Right at dark, we thought we was gonna have time for one more spot, but it got dark on us, and we almost didn't stop. So it's sunset, you know, you can only noodle till dark in Kentucky, but I guess if it's like deer hunting, you get till 30 minutes after dark, and it was probably about 5 minutes after official sunset, so we probably had about 25 minutes left. And third hole in that last spot, bam, we had to sneak across the golf course to get to it. Then I got my first flathead in Kentucky. We were all super relieved, like we were proud of that little fish. I hated Kentucky. Kentucky was my least favorite state. So we get back in the truck, we drive all night across Kentucky. We get all the way almost to the Virginia border, and I finally pull over about 4 a.m. and get about 2 hours of sleep at a rest stop in the truck. We didn't even stay in a hotel at night, trying to save a little money, save a little time. We get up, crack it on, we go all over to Virginia, talk to a local guy, feeling good, go, we're feeling good, and all of a sudden it's almost the day's over, we hadn't caught a fish. We're like, oh shit, the water was cold, we all froze, none of us liked the cold water. And then we called it an early day. We got to my cousin Steven's about 5 in the evening, he bought us dinner, we watched YouTube videos, we caught up on old times, and then the boys went fishing for about an hour before dark, and they caught a bunch of bass with, what was the kid's name? Isaiah? With Isaiah. Then after we left my cousin Steven's the next morning, we were about an hour from our lake in Virginia, which was, what was that lake called? Right on the border.
Gaston, Lake Gaston.
Lake Gaston. Nice, Fierce. So we went to Lake Gaston. We ended up catching one flathead. That was enough for us though. We all had ear infections. We were all sick. Fierce had a sore throat, runny nose. Me and River's ears was about to fall off. They were in so much pain. So we stopped at an urgent care, got antibiotics for River and ear drops, antibiotics for us. We let me take some of the ear drops and Fierce. We all got healed up in a few days. We also, our wires were showing on our truck that we was about to run to death. So we stopped at Discount Tires. We got 2 new front tires, saved ourselves some horrible road trouble. The next morning we had to drive way up to Maryland to meet up with Lewis. He was not a noodler, but I'd met him on the I Love Monster Flathead page. He was one of the only like 2 or 3 people I'd seen post pictures of flathead that they'd caught on rod and reel in Maryland. He asked if he could go out with us when we went up there, you know, and I said sure. So he ended up meeting up with us to go out, even just to watch us and to learn and kind of be a local, to have a contact in the area. Because there is no such thing as a noodler in Maryland. I'm pretty sure we're the first noodlers ever in Maryland. We went all over half the day. We stopped and we went and ate lunch in a mall, food court, Shake Shack. Hope was grim. We hadn't touched the fish, hadn't felt the clean hole, nothing. And me and River got to looking at Google Maps and we picked a spot. Right, so we went to the spot that me and River picked, and sure enough, about an hour goes by, we're losing hope again, but the river falls through a little hole and steps on a flathead. Ends up being at least 10 fish, maybe 12 fish in a hole. We caught 10 fish out of one hole. There was 2 more that got away out of there. Anyways, that was awesome. So Maryland, Baching was off the list. So we then went off, we stayed the night in Morgantown, West Virginia to get ready for West Virginia Day. And West Virginia Day, we get up, we go to Logan, West Virginia, coal mining town. When I thought of this adventure, this quest, there was a couple of states that were my problem states that I was really worried about. Maryland was pretty much number 1. We did that on our last video, so thank gosh we got that out of our way. Maryland and West Virginia were my scariest ones. I've never heard of much noodlers in West Virginia, and they got a lot of rednecks out here. You know, you'd think you'd have heard of it, so who knows what to expect. So we're trying to get to the, I'm not sure how you say it, the Kanawha River, maybe? The Kanawha? Hey, do you want to answer a question or two for a YouTube video?
Sure.
Okay. So, have you ever heard of anybody noodling or hand fishing around here?
Not really, but I have heard of it a little bit.
A little bit? What do they call it around here?
Really just noodling.
Noodling? Nice. And have you ever seen anybody doing it here on the Wyandotte?
No.
We're about to hop in and try it. We're trying to catch catfish by hand in every state that it's legal, and this is state number 14 out of 17 for us.
Oh, wow.
So we're getting close.
So where y'all originally from?
Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually where my mother was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Over at Fort Sill.
Fort Sill, yep, down in Lawton. So we've had some noodlers to go out with in all the other states, but we couldn't find anybody in West Virginia, or Maryland. So those two, we did Maryland yesterday, and we were successful, luckily. But we've been asking people in every state, like, what do you guys call a soda here?
Pop.
Pop. That's
Yeah.
Oklahoma. We call it pop. Most of them has been saying soda, and down in Char South, they all kept saying Coke.
Yeah.
They'll call a Dr. Pepper a Coke. And what do you call the middle meal of the day here?
Usually about lunch.
Lunch. And what do you call the last meal? Dinner?
Supper most of the time.
Supper? Okay, we got a supper.
It really goes between dinner or supper, but over towards this way, you really hear supper a lot.
Yeah, see, we more dinner in Oklahoma, but you hear both. Well, what was your name again?
Billy Hager.
Billy, nice to meet you. I got my hands a little bit wet, but
Oh, that's fine.
hey, thanks for helping us out, because
Anytime.
making it easier on us. And are you from right here local?
Yeah, I'm actually maybe 10 minutes from here.
Oh, you got him a card?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's our channel. This will probably be out in like 1 to 2 months, but we've already got the first 6 states posted.
I'll definitely be watching y'all this evening.
All right, cool. Well, it was nice to meet you. We're gonna go get to it.
Nice to meet y'all. Y'all have a great look today.
Thank you. All right, what's he say his name, Billy? All right, here we are at McDonald's, and literally look. Check this out. There she is. She looks like a beauty. I hope she's not cold. He said it's the Wyandotte River. Wyandotte River. Suiting up for battle. Getting ready. Ready?
Goose go.
Look, I found the secret path.
Boat ramp?
What a ramp, bro.
Jesus, imagine trying to back down. Is that broken concrete?
Hey, this could be good. Don't fall, guys. This is steep.
How do you even back down this?
We stopped at McDonald's, and I thought this river looked really pretty. So we hopped down here, and it's got this Welcome to Virginia sign. We've already shot an intro, but we redid our intro right here because we think this is just better. And it says Shawnee on it, like where we're from. And look, the river is right here. So let's go hop in this little river and see what we can find. Unexpected adventures are the best ones sometimes.
Apocalypse of the minnows.
Did you start it going?
Yeah. Look at all of them.
There's definitely some life here. We got minnows everywhere.
They're like by the thousands. This ain't a minnow, this is tadpole. I'm gonna catch it. Okay, hold still, little buddy. Balls. Okay, guys. I'm gonna catch y'all tadpole. That's where all the minnows are. Where's the tadpoles at? Here, tadpole, 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 tadpole. Look at all these minnows, guys. There's a tadpole. You done made a mistake. You let a great fierce Williams find you. Oh, wait. Scratch that. Never mind. Cut. Really beautiful river here. Catch a tadpole for the vid.
Where?
They're all right there. They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. Oh my god.
He's running. He's a track star.
They're almost in the touchdown.
Oh, no. You got away.
You gotta get him, brother. Oh, there's a huge one. It's from the depths.
Oh, that one that I was chasing after?
Yeah. There's a big concrete pillar right here.
Yep.
Will River fill under it and find a fish? Or will he chicken out like he did at the river?
Why would I chicken out?
I don't know. You're just like that.
Did you find something?
Under a rock, I can't feel far enough.
I'm not finding it. Somebody there to be closer. Going right there.
You messed up, tadpole. Where'd he go? He might not have messed up. I guess he didn't mess up. I'm gonna noodle one of y'all tadpoles, okay? Oh, I got him! I got him! Look, guys, just, no! He squirmed away. He was too squirmy. Tadpole. I did get that on video. I am not a liar. I did get that on video. I'm about to conquer the hill. You'll see why. It's called the hill. Look at that. I'm supposed to climb that with one GoPro in one hand, backpack. So let's see how I do it. The hill of destiny. It's like almost straight up. Say 75-degree angle. Ooh, 75 to 80-degree angle. Gosh, whew, look at that.
Oh yeah, work it, get that windshield clean. Thanks. Fierce, Dad's in charge of getting the gas, River's in charge of washing the windshield, and Fierce is in charge of making sure all the trash is out of the truck. We get quite an accumulation of stuff on all these travels real quick, so we gotta almost every stop make sure we get out some stuff. Otherwise it'll get away from you. It'll look like, you know, trashy in your car, to put it nicely.
This is what we call off-roading to get back to these West Virginia noodle spots. How is it that shallow over there?
It's not.
Help me.
Been walking 2 miles and still nothing.
Firm, bro.
It's hard, man. We found a local path, looks like, where people go catfishing like they do in Oklahoma, way off down the highway, down the side of the river, but still nothing. Guys, we are struggling in West Virginia once again. Getting stuck at every train. The water's cold. I thought Maryland and Virginia were hard, and this one getting worse. It's almost sunset, and we have not got anything yet. We're all so tired, we really just want to pull over and give up. And we may eventually have to, but we all three are thinking about just calling it quits. We're exhausted. But we've only got 4 days left before school starts, and we have 3 states left, so we really don't have much choice. We have to keep going. And we just can't decide if we don't catch them here in West Virginia, are we gonna skip this state, come back maybe on a weekend, maybe, or maybe try to drive back through on the way home, even though we'd almost be late for school a day, or do we just give up on one state, get 16 out of 17? I don't know. Do we stay here an extra day and not go to Wisconsin or something? What do y'all think?
I don't even have a clue. I've been searching for so hard. I don't know.
River's been back there just Google Earthing the crap out of, or Google Maps in every water. He cannot find concrete in any of the water here. We're in the mountains. This water's colder than we're used to. It's not fun. This is the least fun state. Well, it's about to get harder. If we don't find one here pretty quick, it's going to be harder than Maryland and Virginia. But even if we find one at this point, I'm saying right now, it's my least fun state. I don't like the cold water. I don't like all these mountains we're driving through. I mean, I love mountains, but not while I'm trying to catch fish by hand. The driving is slow. There's trains everywhere. There's abandoned cars all over the road. It's one of the poorest places we've been. So yeah, West Virginia.
Why we don't like the mountaineers.
we don't like the Mountaineers very much, but you know, I mean, it's a cool place in its own way, but it's not for me. I'm from Oklahoma, okay? All right, train's over. Let's get going.
Oh, you.
Pedal,
Oh, you.
pedal to the metal.
Don't you have all the drag getting over here? I like it around here. You said all those words so fast and fast.
They're making fun of me because the grass is starting to get really long and like bushy, and it's a different type of grass. You can tell we're getting lower out of these stupid mountains in West Virginia. And I was like, oh, the grass is getting longer. It's reminding me more of home. And
No, y'all guys want me
he
to
said that I
actually-
sounded like a crackhead.
No, you guys want me to actually tell you what he said? He was like, I just gotta get him over right here. This is taller. I like this great. This is
You
cool.
sounded like you sounded
Boom
like
power?
you sounded like a southern hillbilly with missing like all of his teeth. It was like, see, I'll get all the grad getting right now while that goes on right there.
You
Yo,
sounded
there.
like
So,
David
well, I'm in
from
West
Catfishing.
Virginia. These gas station attendants been rubbing off on me. We was at McDonald's earlier. You should have heard the UPS man. I didn't even know he was talking English for a second.
He was talking to me.
I was like, wait, is he saying something? Golly. He would sound like man version of Crystal Beach. You got double time.
Said, she'll be coming round the mountain, she'll be coming round the mountain, she'll be coming round the mountain.
Alright, you suck.
What movie is that song I was just singing from? Anybody know?
Dad, sing that song you were singing.
It's not the same song.
We're going down the mountain. Yes, we're coming down the mountain. Yes, we're almost down the mountain. Here we come. We just passed Marshall University.
Ohio River.
It ain't being crap.
Continue on I-64 for 1.5 miles.
I'm the greatest, something like Ali in his prime. Chip on my shoulder, top muscle, clip in your face, post this bitch, they know.
There is a huge barge in the Ohio River. Have you caught anything?
No,
You ain't? What you fishing for?
catfish.
Catfish? You ever heard of noodling?
Huh?
You ever heard of noodling?
Yeah.
Ever heard of anybody that does it around here?
No, not that I know of offhand.
No?
No.
We got a YouTube channel and we're going around all the states trying to catch our noodle of catfish in it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so we decided we're gonna come here in West Virginia, but we haven't caught anything. We've been searching all day,
Yeah.
up and down the Wyandotte. This river.
Down this way?
Yeah, down that way, about 30 miles.
I wouldn't be surprised. We used to take a long day as long as the lines.
Yeah,
All the hangover.
yeah. I think we're gonna noodle his boat ramp. I think. The dude was like, I wouldn't doubt it. I bet you could catch him.
Catch what?
Noodling. Catfish.
Has he got anything or can we-
River's about to throw the tennis ball. Suck, didn't even get halfway.
I made it way more than half.
Nope, he didn't.
Want to just take off in full send and put all our marbles into just walking down this rest of the day, or do we want to get out and look on the aerial and go check boat ramps on the Ohio?
Down.
Like to go to the boat ramp.
Ohio. Down
You know how
in.
warm it is? Those fish would have to be using this.
Oh, quarterback drops out the pass. He's getting rushed. Oh, what a pass.
Caught it.
Oh, throw it just tight in. God. And
Oh.
the receiver dropped it. How'd you find that?
I made fire.
The GoPro can't see it.
Warm. At least we're not cold. At least we're not cold.
Whoa.
Come on. Where is you at?
My dad just left me. He's way over there. You can barely see River. I don't think you can see him on the GoPro. They're all the way over there. Thinking about turning around. I can't see my dad no more. I can barely see River. It's over my head. Hitting logs. Gosh, this hurts. But apparently my dad's crazy and he wants to push forward. My dad is straight up psycho. There's no fish.
Well, guys, we got in right here at the Ohio River. Take it. We've been walking up the Wyandotte River, whatever you call it. We found it's really good looking bank, and the water temperature's better. Still striking out.
What's happening, Fierce? Hey, stop trying to get the GoPro out. Get off my arm. Why are you crying? Rage monsters! Any better yet, Fiercey? Dad says he found a real nice hole. Here he goes.
Don't believe him. Don't believe him.
Can you hit the camera?
Don't believe him.
I feel like he's just saying that to cheer us up.
He took us down the whole freaking go on.
Okay, at the bottom. The bottom? How deep is it in there? 30 foot?
10 foot at least. When I get in there like 8 feet, and I can feel like some ground going that way with the tunnel in it, but then it feels like it's like a T that goes that way, and it really keeps going this way too.
Straight down.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so weird.
Yeah, where am I? Sometimes around these old railroad bridges and pillars and stuff's good spots. There's no hole under this one. We found one good bank hole. Nothing in it.
You found the log?
Yeah. When you hear me making all that racket and writhing in pain, that means I crashed into something. Hey guys, I guess let's march back to the truck and regroup tonight and see what we can come up with.
What happened?
I accidentally poked you with my stick when I was swimming.
That's funny.
What'd you get?
Funny stuff.
Hit my nutsack. He's not fishing here in the field.
We're walking back to our truck here in West Virginia.
Through the woods.
Through the woods. There's a crackhead lady walking in the woods and just asked if we wanted some ice cream. She said it hasn't been opened. I think we better leave. If we don't come back and y'all find this footage,
Sure.
What? Sure the lady.
No, dude, I don't want to get mugged by the ice cream lady.
What kind of ice cream?
Butter pecan. Butter pecan.
I'm actually allergic to pecan stuff.
Fierce asked her what kind of ice cream, and she said butter pecan. We gotta get out of here.
That's what I thought she said the first time. But I thought she was talking to somebody else or talking to us. But I misheard her.
What would a lady be doing in this? With ice cream?
She said she just bought it.
Where the? I meant, where in the beep is the store? They got us boxed in.
He's changing. No, he's in shorts. Look, that's where somebody sleeps. We'll never get found again because we never answer any of Mom's calls.
How's it going? You know where any big catfish are?
I ain't been fishing in here.
We've been searching, can't find them. Whose idea was it to take this shortcut again?
We haven't been returning any of Mom's calls. We're gonna get mugged and she'll never know what happened.
Hey, Fierce. Found you something.
Oh!
Hey, we got back on a concrete path. I haven't returned Mom's phone calls because I've been fishing. I don't even have my phone with me. Probably gonna call her right when I get back to the truck. We're trying to catch a catfish by hand in every state, and we're like 3 states away. And really, we've fished all day today. Haven't even touched the fish. West Virginia's giving us a run for our money.
You need shallow waters, I guess?
Yeah.
Or can you just do it off any bank?
You can do it off any bank pretty much, yeah. Old big slabs of concrete is the best.
Yeah, we're making
Anything laying
YouTube
around.
videos trying to do it.
Nice. Nice. How far have you been up the Wyandotte?
Well, we started out by Logan and stuff this morning and was all messing around there, but the water's a little chillier up there. So then after we went for like 4 or 5 hours not finding nothing, we drove down here and kind of went up this till like the railroad bridge down there. Found one really good hole, but nothing in it.
It actually looked pretty good. It flows in and it gets a little bit deeper after it flows in.
Check you all out.
It's pretty shallow, that river is.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of these rivers like come from the mountains or something. They're kind of chilly, so it's so much different than all. We caught them in Maryland, we caught them all over, but it's just so much different right here. What do they call it here?
As far as this
Do they call it noodling or hand fishing or what?
Yeah, normally noodling. They
When
do
did
hand fishing. Used to, you couldn't. It's just recently they let you do it.
I saw that.
And it actually is like a sea.
You don't know where any big concrete slabs are in this one or that one, do you? It's just all clean. See, back home we got a bunch of junk like slid off the banks from erosion.
How about if you go on down, you can, basically this is the Wyandotte here.
Yeah.
It flows.
Drove the highway
So
beside
you came all the way down Route 10 all the way from
yeah.
Logan to here on the hill. Take that left right there. There's wide spots that you can drive down, and it's a big old sandbar like this.
All right, guys. So we are stumped here in West Virginia. We just went. I tried to call some game wardens from West Virginia, but it like doesn't give you their direct line. It just takes you to the main office. So we just happened to see them pull up, and we asked them, and they gave us a hint. So they said they would call it noodling around here, but they don't know anybody who does it. And they said all they know is that like the shallower, more muddy river is the Mud River, and it dumps into the Wyandotte. So we're thinking maybe either tomorrow or sometime we're gonna go try that. Use our tip from the Department of Natural Resources, and game wardens are gonna go try to use their tip and see if we can't catch one. But I guess this is all the damage we can do for today. I hope that the Mud River pans out for us, River.
Yep.
We're right here on the Ohio. You see the bridge? That's Ohio over there. This is West Virginia here. Kentucky is like right there. All right, let's go get some. Feeling good. Go, go, go. We're feeling good, and all of a sudden it's almost the day's over and we hadn't caught a fish. We're like, oh shit. The water was cold. We all froze. None of us liked the cold water. The Mountain State had cold water. Lots of cold water. The coldest water out of all the states. For sure. You know, West Virginia is called the Mountain State, and after being here for a day, I can see why. So in 2018, West Virginia changed the legislature to allow noodling. It says most West Virginians are probably familiar with the practice only from watching TV or YouTube videos. I guess that might have been us. In other states, it's an incredibly popular activity. It says it should be noted, as West Virginia sportsmen start to venture into the waters of West Virginia for noodling, there are rules. So the rules for noodling in West Virginia are: the season runs from June 15th to August 31st every year, sunrise to sunset, and noodlers may only hand fish in naturally occurring habitats such as hollow logs and cavities under riverbanks. The placement or use of artificial cavities and nesting boxes for hand fishing is prohibited, and the use or possession of hooks, gaffs, spears, or anything other than hands while hand fishing is prohibited. It's unknown if noodling will catch on in West Virginia. Certainly there are catfish, but the opportunities in West Virginia aren't nearly as lucrative for success as they are in southern and midwestern states. You could say that again. West Virginia is tough. Mark Scott, assistant chief for the fisheries in West Virginia DNR, says, those rivers down south are all slow and have undercut banks. All of our streams have steep gradients and our lakes are steep-sided. He says, West Virginia is not a target-rich environment, and I can agree to that. So far, it's been the coldest and the toughest, and all of their rivers do go straight down, and most of them have solid rock bottoms, so it's hard to find anything the catfish can burrow under. Everything is super steep, super fast. You get like 2 steps from the bank to check, and then everything's rock bottom. It's just crazy. So now we had a decision to make. Should we stay and try another day in West Virginia? Should we skip it, go to Wisconsin and Illinois, and then try to come back? Or since we failed at one stage, should we just give up? It's been a long trip. We were all ready to go home. We didn't know what to do. State of West Virginia fishing license. We are ready to go try our luck at hand fishing West Virginia. This is gonna be another tough one though. We don't have anybody to go with. It's all jumping in the water and starting exploring. So wish us a lot of luck, because we're only 3 states away, but we could get stopped. We could just come up short on any state, and if that happens, it'll be very sad this close to the end.